In this video, I am going to demonstrate question number 3 in problem set number 4. So for this question, the final answer is k equals 999.5. The process is pretty interesting for this one. So here's the question which I'm going to explain about it. For this question, like that's a super complicated, seems like it's a super complicated equations and you're looking for the sum of it. So for here, you should basically have a kind of like a thought when you just start seeing this, like if you could group different numbers together. For instance, you might have the first number and the last number kind of like getting grouped together. So when you are just starting it, you should at least be thinking about in this direction. And actually, like you could do it in this way for this question, which you are pairing up the numbers with each other. So for this one, you would just pair the first one and the last one, and also the second one with the second from the last. Where for this one, you would just give you a general one, where for to the 2000 n over 2000 power over 4 to the n over 2000 power plus 2 plus 4 to the 2000 minus n to over 2000 power over 2 to the 2000 minus n over 2000 power plus 2. So when you have this, you just first need to find the common denominator. To find the common denominator, you should definitely going to multiply these two together. Also, you are going to multiply this denominator to this, and you are having this denominator to this part. When you are multiplying them together, you will just get this one here. So for this one, when you are having this together, actually you need to know something about the power law, in which how you are joining the powers together, as well as for what you are doing on the top here, you are also multiplying together. It seems like you couldn't multiply them together, but actually when you are trying to like distribute the thing up where you have them distributed, which is a technique you should definitely know for this time, this moment. Did I miss any? Okay, and you should be getting something pretty familiar with at this moment. So for here, I just typed it out because it would take me so long to write them down. So for this case, you would just distribute them, and after distributing them, when you have them, like when you have 4 to the n over 2000 multiplied by 4 to the 2000 minus n over 2000, you are simply adding up the powers. When you're adding them up, this will give you something really nice, because if 2000 n over 2000 plus 2000 minus n over 2000, that will just give you what that will give you 2000 over 2000. So that's 1. So 4 to the first power is definitely 4. And then you're multiplying them together, 2 times 4 to the n over 2000 power. And also you're getting another 4 here from here, and you are also getting another thing like this. And also when you're just multiplying the things below, you're going to get this, like the very similar thing where when you are just like multiplying them together, that definitely gives you something nice. And when you're multiplying them together, that will also give you something nice, which are all the 4s, and you have the 2 times 4 to the n over 2000 and 2 times 4 to the 2000 minus n over 2000. So for now, it's really obvious that the numerator and the denominator are the same thing. So you will just know that the answer of this is 1. So in that case, that's a general one for when you are having n. So n could be any number within this range, like from 1 to like 1 to until like to 999. Like you don't really to consider that they're like bigger than 1000, because that's just the same as you are just changing the relationship between the first and the second one. After this, like you just feel like when you're grouping them together, you have 1 with this one, 1999, When 2, you are combining it with this, and like for all the middles, you could combine in the same way. And when you have this 999, you're combining it with 1001, and in this situation, you will leave something in the middle where there's nothing to go and be combining it with. But actually this is pretty simple because you have 1000 divided by 2000. That's definitely 1 divided by 2. So here what you have 2 divided by 2 plus 2, which is 2 divided by 4. That's 0.5 because it asks you in a decimal form. So after you get 0.5, you know that here it is from 1 to 2 to 999. So there are 999 groups of this, and like all their sum is 1. So you have 999 times 1. And also the thing in the middle, which is 1000 or 2000, which it's alone there. You have also to consider it because it's also in this equation. So we'll just also add a 0.5, and this will give you the final answer of 999.5.